Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karissa and I do different videos from clean with me's, home decor, motherhood. So if you like that kind of content, then definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below. For today, I'm going to be having my first cook with me on my channel here, and this one's going to be perfect for those of you that have picky eaters. I have a toddler, so just like most kids, on some days she really loves to eat, on some days she doesn't, but this particular recipe, it's tried and true, and I definitely know if it's been a day that she hasn't really ate well or something, that this will be a soup that she's going to eat no matter what. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I make it from start to finish. It's really simple. Usually what I like to do is I like to make this on a Monday. This way she can have it for about, I want to say 4 days is usually the fridge span that it lasts. And then for those of you that like to make things in like big batches, this also is a very freezer friendly type of food. So if you want to have some for during the week and then freeze some extras depending on the amount that you make, you definitely can do that. I used to make Mila's homemade baby food when she was of course young, and I would put it in the freezer in like little ice cube trays. So you could do the same with this. We usually, I want to say, eat this about Monday through Thursday. This is a quick, easy lunch that I know she'll get all of her nutrients and her vegetables in one serving. And then on the weekends, we're usually out and about, so we'll just grab something out, or Mike is home with us, so we usually take advantage of that time when he likes to cook for us. This way she gets a little more variety in her diet and she's not having the same exact thing every day, because I'm sure she would probably get sick of it if she did have it every day. This is great for kids, I want to say as young as 6 months old, since it is a pureed type of soup, so they could have it as young as that. And then Mila is already 2 years old. She eats it, like I said, loves it. Me and Mike, even if I make like a larger batch, we'll have it along with like a bowl for dinner, and that works great for us. So anybody that likes soup recipes, this is great for you. And definitely let me know down in the comments below if you guys like to see more cook with me's for me, even if you guys maybe want to see Mike do a cook with me, because like I said, he does a lot of the cooking on the weekends and he cooks some really unique, like delicious type of meals. So without further ado, let me take you into my kitchen so you can cook with me. Hey guys, so first I'm going to be starting off with sharing with you the ingredients that I'm using. These vary from week to week, but the general gist of it, just to let you guys know, I always include carrots, a potato, sweet potatoes usually preferred, and then an onion. Then the extra vegetables, you can decide basically what you want for that week, what you have in your fridge or anything like that. For this week, I decided to do some cauliflower as well as broccoli and a yellow squash. The first thing I'm starting out with is going to be to dice up my carrots. Usually I'll do the whole carrots. I'll have to peel them and then cut them. These were on sale, so I picked them up, and they work really great because, as you can see, I just hand them over to Mila, and she likes to snack on them. So if they're on sale, these are usually easiest because they already come peeled, and all I literally do, they're baby carrots, so all I have to do is cut them in half. If you're going to be using the whole carrots, I suggest once you peel them and wash them to slice them in the same size approximately. This way they just kind of cook evenly when you're making the entire soup. Next, you're going to take a sweet onion. Make sure it's sweet because otherwise it could give the soup like a bitter type of taste, almost like spicy. So I use a sweet onion, and then I only use half of this. This is basically just to give some natural flavor to the soup, and it's going to be sizzling on the bottom of the pot once we get the, of course, pot started with the olive oil. So I just slice it in half, and then I'm just going to dice it up, same thing, approximately the same size. This way they all cook evenly. Then these do say they're already pre-washed, the baby carrots, but I just like to give them another wash to clean them out. This way they're nice and fresh to be added to the pot. As soon as I go over to the pot, I like to put it on a medium heat setting. So depending on your stove, mine at number 4 is usually what I set it at. And then I'm going to be taking some virgin olive oil and placing it on the bottom. I would say try to coat the majority of the base of your pot depending on the size. That will depend on, of course, the amount of olive oil that you're going to be using. Then I like to throw all of those diced carrots in there, throw in the sliced onions, and then I'm going to continue cutting up the rest of the vegetables that I decided to get for the week. So next we're going on to broccoli the same way. Like I said, cut everything approximately the same size, and then we're going to, of course, be washing it and putting that in the pot as well. This is just what everything looks like so far, what I've cut up. Just so you know, when it is on the medium setting, it's basically sizzling all of the vegetables and cooking them faster. The reason I do the soup recipe this way is because it will cut the time in half. Usually if you do soups like this, it could take up to like 3 to 4 hours if you skip that step. So now I'm gonna go in with my cauliflower and I'm gonna cut that all up, dice it up, wash it, and dump it in the pot as I do with the other vegetables.
What are you cooking?
What?
Huh?
Papa.
Papa?
And the final vegetable that I'm using for this week is just the yellow squash. So for this one, I like to peel it first, then I rinse it off, and then I'm just going to slice it up just as you would. Basically like a cucumber type of slices. That's what I'll do with these. These tend to get soft pretty quickly, so I usually put that one in last. As you can see, the carrots take usually the longest, so that is why I cut them up first and put them in the pot then. Once I'm done adding this squash, you're going to let that sizzle in there with all of the other vegetables for about, I want to say 10, maybe 15 minutes max. And while that's sizzling and cooking is when you're now going to take your potato. You can use red potatoes, russet potatoes. I tend to like sweet potatoes because it does give a nice sweetness. What kid doesn't love sweet in any foods? So the sweet potatoes tend to work out really well for that. So I just peel it, like I said, wash it off, and then I'm going to slice it on up there. After about the 10 minutes have passed that the rest of the vegetables have been sizzling and cooking, I will then add the potatoes into there. And at this point, I will then let that sizzle and stay for about another 7 to 8 minutes. Once that is there, it is now time to add all of the ingredients. As you can see, I have salt, pepper, olive oil. I have some organic seasoning, as well as some bay leaves. This is what it's like cooking with a toddler. Right? Is this my life when I cook? Say, this is behind the scenes, what you guys don't see. I have a little beach. Hope you guys enjoy that little bit of realness there, what my life is really like as I'm recording. With the ingredients, I basically just sprinkle a little bit of each on top. I don't bother measuring it, so it's basically, I would say, like a little dash of salt, dash of pepper, a bit of bay leaves. For the water, you want it to cover all of the vegetables.
Yeah.
You like soup?
Yeah.
Yeah. So depending on the amount of vegetables that you use, that of course, like I said, you'll have to put enough water to cover the vegetables because it's essentially going to be boiling and softening. And then for this organic seasoning, you guys can use whatever you usually like. This one I buy at Costco. It's organic. It has really great flavor, and it goes based on every 8 ounces of water is the amount you're going to put. So that you guys can gauge based on what you use and the amount of vegetables. You're going to lower the heat to a little bit less than the medium. So like I said, I do mine on a 4 and I just lowered it to a 3. And you're going to be letting that cook for about, I want to say 45 minutes. The way that I know it's done is just stick a fork in the vegetables. And once it's soft, then you know it is time to puree your soup. I just have this little hand blender. And as you can see, I'm blending all of the vegetables. Now it becomes this really creamy soup. All of us love it. Best of all, Mila has no idea that it has tons of vegetables in it. So if you have a picky eater like me, then this is definitely the recipe for you. I'm going to be inserting a clip, so be sure to watch to the end. Mila doing her little happy dance when she sees her soup and even asking for more. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. And I will talk to you guys all in my next one. Bye. Thumbs up. Say thumbs up. Thumbs up. Good soup. You like soup?
Yeah.
Say soup
What?
is
Num.
yummy.
Maybe.
Good job.
More.